Hi there, Stephen Walker speaking. Today I'm going to be talking briefly about absence management. You go to all that trouble to recruit someone, train them, and then you find they keep taking days off. How do you deal with it? Well, there's a magic calculation that HR do called the Bradford Factor. And that is in such common use, and HR people really do love it. And its definition is the number of occasions sick times the number of occasions sick times the total days absence gives you this Bradford factor. And what you're supposed to do then is go and talk to the person who's having all these absences, all these sicknesses, and explain to them that their Bradford factor is too high and they need to do something about it. And no doubt you have a process where you go through a meeting, another meeting, and then they get onto a performance review, which performance reviews them out the door if they don't improve. Have you ever actually tried explaining the Bradford factor to somebody? What's the meaning of the occasion 6 squared times the total number of days? How do you understand that? What's the measure? Why squared? Why anything? It's impossible to explain. I know, because I've done it for 25 years. And I refuse to use that nonsense. You need to speak to people in a language that A, they understand, and B, in a form that allows them to see that they are behaving outside the norm. What I recommend is a scattergram, plotting number of occasions in the x-axis against the total absence and the y-axis. And what you'll find is that most people are clustered around a couple of occasions and 3 or 4 or 5 days a year. But you get some people who are absent on a lot more occasions, and also some people who are absent many more days. And what you need to do as the operations guy, line manager running these people, is work out what all those numbers mean and what those means to those people. So if you've got someone who's off 3 months, maybe they've had a heart bypass operation or something, then it'll be 1 occasion but 3 months absence. So you'll know why that person is. And you slowly whittle it down until you start looking at the people who have 6 or 7 occasions a year, and maybe 10, 15 days a year, maybe more. And they're the people that you need to start talking to understand why. And you should always start with the belief that there is something in the working environment that's causing it. You don't go in and start saying, well, you're obviously pulling a sickie, you don't really sick. Let's pull you into line. Try and find out if there's something within the work environment that's causing it first. And by starting off with that positive attitude, you can slowly whittle people down. And you can use this scatter graph to show the person where they sit compared to their peers. No names, of course, but then they can see that they are obviously outside the norm of the behaviour for their business. So Bradford factor, absolutely useless. Scattergram, same data, but a means of communication with the person that they can understand and that is very easy for you to see the improvement on and explain. Stephen Walker, Motivation Matters, making people want to work.